guys, welcome back. Per your request, a beginner's class today. So today we're going to be working on downward facing dog, which is the pose everybody always hears about. It's supposed to be a resting pose, but I know in my own practice it took a really long time to feel like rest at all. Your body is working a lot. Downward dog is also the foundation for all of your inversions. So if your goal is handstand, mastering downward dog is really important. So this is a beginner's class, but even if you are a long-time practitioner, it's always great to go back to the beginning and remember what it feels like to be a beginner. So don't worry, even if you are used to practicing a little more vigorously, this practice I think will still be suitable for you. You'll still find something that works for you in it. Again, I'm using at-home made props just in case you don't have anything, because a lot of people don't, especially if you are in fact a beginner. You probably don't have a lot of things around to use. So for this practice, we'll just be using a scarf, a strap, your dog's lead, any sort of long rope-like material you have lying around your house. And we'll begin actually by opening up our feet. So this is something that we don't do a lot. We don't spend a lot of time stretching our feet, and it's probably going to make you a little cranky at first. So if you need to make a primal scream in this first little bit, feel free to do so. We're all isolated at home, so nobody's going to hear you except maybe your neighbors. So come onto your toes and really take a minute to stretch out each toe and make sure that they're spread really wide. This will just help get into the soles of the feet and the hamstrings. And so once you're on your toes, you'll bring the knees down in front of you, and you want to sit back onto your heels, right? So the goal here is to have the heel and the ball of the foot in line. Sit back, try as much as you can to keep those shoulders over the hips. You're gonna want to pitch forward. This is really intense. And just try to breathe here. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Focus on anything you need to get through this intense sensation in the feet. And if you start to feel it more towards the toes and less through the sole of the foot, scoot the knees forward until you feel this all the way down the length of your foot. Pull the navel towards the spine. Focus on your posture here. We won't be here forever, I promise. Just keep breathing. The benefits of this are opening through the backs of the legs. If you get a lot of calf cramps, this is really good for alleviating that tension in the back of the leg. Few more deep breaths. Two more breaths. Stay with me. And then exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Go ahead and tap those toes out. And then sit back on the heels, bring the legs around in front, and we'll make our way onto our backs to get a little bit deeper into the back of the legs. So go ahead and grab your strap, your scarf, whatever you're using. Lay down on the floor and place that strap around the ball of your right foot. Extend the leg up towards the ceiling. So if you've practiced with me before, you know I'm a big stickler for active legs, not straight legs. So you want to pretend that you're pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. So no matter how straight this leg is, keep these toes pulling back towards your face. So even if you're here, make sure the foot is active. You can be like this and still work into your hamstrings. And then rock the leg backwards and forwards toward the eyes and away from the eyes until you find that spot where your hamstring is active, but your leg's not vibrating and overworked. And stay here. Try to relax the shoulders down onto your mat. And you've got 8 deep breaths. Full inhale and a full exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale 2. Inhale and exhale. Last 2 deep breaths. Full breath in, full breath out. Maybe you have a little bit more room to pull that leg toward you. Deep breath in. And on your next exhale, pull the leg a little bit closer before releasing it back down to the floor. Remove the strap. And then you'll bend into that left knee. Extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. Place the strap around the ball of the left foot. And again, no matter where you are here, even if you're here with the knee bent and the leg a little further out at a 45-degree angle, active foot, and you'll start to sway the leg toward the eyes and away from the eyes. A few times until you find that really active spot where the leg is working but not shaking. And then from there, we have 8 breaths. Relax the hands, relax your grip on the strap. Bring the shoulders down to the mat. Focus on your breathing. Four more deep breaths. Maybe your exhales bring that foot a little bit closer to eye level. Last 2 deep breaths. One more really deep breath in. And slowly as you exhale, toes come a little closer to eye level before releasing the leg back down. From here, just pull both knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Massage your low back. Maybe make circles with the knees or pull the forehead toward your knees. And then release the head and shoulders down if they are lifted. Bring the arms out in line with your shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, let the knees fall over to the left. Inhale, bring them back to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale to the right. Just 2 more times, bringing some movement to the spine. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale center. exhale, right. Last time, and we'll hold. Inhale, bring those knees to center. Exhale, let them fall all the way over to the left. Keep that right shoulder on the floor. Maybe even bring that left hand on the knees for a little added support. And if it feels good in your neck, look over at that right hand. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the knees if you have them. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. And then exhale over to the right. Same thing, knees fall. This left shoulder stays down on the floor. Maybe bringing that right hand to the knees. And maybe looking over at that left hand. As much as you can, try to relax along the length of your spine. And 2 more deep breaths. Last deep breath in. Your exhale releases the knees. Inhale brings the knees back to center. Bring the hands to the shins or behind the knees and just start to rock forward and backwards on your mat. Giving your spine a nice little massage. And then cross your ankles. From here, roll over onto hands and knees. So really important are active hands anytime our hands are bearing weight. So I call these magic hands. Imagine that you're casting a spell towards the front of your mat. So you want to flex the palm so that you see this arch lift, just like you would in an active foot. Fingers spread wide to protect the wrists, hands down to the mat. And then make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists here. So really active in the hands, pressing the floor away from you. And then rotate the arms so that the eyes of the elbows are pointing forward. What this does is create a little bit more space between the shoulder blades. So when our elbows are splaying out like this, our shoulder blades close in. And this makes it really hard to feel good in a plank pose or in a downward dog, because what we need is space in the back to create this lengthening. So you'll rotate the arms so that the eyes of the elbows are pointing forward. Now, once you actually put your weight onto these arms, they'll roll a little bit back, but that's normal. Just the idea is actively rolling our arms forward. So get used to how this feels here in your tabletop, and we'll just move through some cat and cow. So as you exhale, round your back up towards the ceiling, tuck the chin to the chest. And then as you inhale, your belly drops down towards the mat. Pull those shoulder blades together on the back. Maybe you look up. If this is too much on your neck, just keep looking forward. Exhale, press the floor away from you. Round the back up. And then inhale, drop the belly. Feel free to stay here with standard cat and cow for a little bit more power. As you round the back up, press the floor away from you until the knees lift off the mat. This will stretch through the front of the ankle as well. And then release the knees down, release the belly, pull the chest forward. So 4 more, however you choose to do. Round the back up towards the ceiling, maybe stretching through the feet, lifting the knees. Inhale, drop the belly. Pull the chest forward, look up. Exhale to round. Inhale, reverse. 2 more on your own. Exhaling, rounding. Inhaling to reverse. One more time. Round the back up. Drop the belly, pull the chest forward. And then find your neutral spine. So from here, we're moving into puppy pose. You'll walk the hands forward, your knees stay under the hips, hands walk forward, and your chest releases down towards the mat. You can look forward towards your fingertips or bring the forehead down to the mat. And here, you'll feel a sensation in the armpit as you open up through the shoulders, but also really feel that lengthening through the spine. And this is the same lengthening we want to feel in our downward facing dog. That decompression, creating space between the hips and shoulders. Two more breaths. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, pull forward onto the stomach. So here, just decompressing in the low back. Elbows are under the shoulders or slightly in front. Still working with very active hands. Press the heel of the hand into the floor. Pull the chest forward and roll the shoulders down the back. Your feet are reaching away from you, so those toes are really pressing into the floor. Pull the navel towards the spine, and while you're doing all that, please keep breathing. One more deep breath in. Your exhale pulls the chest forward as you release all the way down. Hands under the shoulders once more, coming back into our tabletop. So find those active hands. Find your arms rotating so the eye of the elbow is pointing forward. Shoulders are over the wrists. You'll tuck the toes of that right foot and extend the leg out. So you want that knee lifting up. The entire front of the leg is active as you push into that right heel. So imagine that I'm behind you, pressing your heel, and you're pressing back into my hand. And instead of letting the whole body press back, try to keep those shoulders over the wrists. So you're finding an opposition between the chest pulling forward and the heel pressing back. One more deep breath in. And then lift that right leg up. Find your balance. Pull the navel towards the spine. Look down at your mat, right where your nose is for balance, and then extend that left arm out. So again, your fingertips are reaching forward as the heel's reaching back. Full inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen, stretch everything out and extend. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, reach out, extend. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, reach out and extend. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, reach, extend. Release the left hand down. Step the right foot forward. So if you need some padding under your knees, feel free to put a pillow or a blanket under there. The floors can be pretty hard on the knees sometimes. Make sure that that knee is over the ankle here, not going past, if anything, maybe a little bit behind. Then bring your hands on top of that right knee. Press the hips forward, roll the shoulders away from your ears. Keep pressing through the inside edge of the right foot. Find a little bit more length in the spine. And then exhale, hands come down to frame that right foot. Straighten the right leg out. And from here, you'll flex the toes, pull them back towards the face, press that heel away from you. Draw your heart forward towards your toes and fold. So continuing to open up through the back of the body, preparing for our downward facing dog. We will get there, I promise. One more full inhale here. And then exhale, point the toes down towards the mat and then fold once again. So you'll start to feel this in a little bit of different places in the leg as when the toes were flexed, and probably a little bit in the front of the foot and ankle. Keep pulling the chest forward as you fold. And then start to bend back into that right knee. You'll tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee off the mat, shift the weight forward into that right foot. Get really strong in the right leg, and if you can, lift that left leg up. So it's really humbling standing splits. What we want to do is open that hip up so we get height. Keep those toes pointing down towards the mat and use your glutes of your left leg to lift that leg up. Bring your fingertips in front of you. You might need to bend the right knee a little bit. And as you inhale, come up onto the toes of the right foot, lift the heel. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rock forward, lift the heel. Exhale, lower down. Two more. Inhale, rock forward, lift that heel. Exhale and lower down. Inhale, rock forward, lift. Exhale, lower the heel down. Bring the left foot to meet the right and just fold forward over the legs. Let the head be heavy. Maybe you rock from side to side. Hopefully you're already starting to notice a difference between the way the right leg feels and the left leg feels. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins, find a flat back, pull the chest forward, and then exhale, fold back down over the legs. Inhale, flat back, pull the chest forward. Exhale and fold. Two more times, flat back, pull the chest forward. Exhale and fold. Last time, pulling the chest forward and folding back down. From here, heel toe the feet so that the toes are touching. Bend deeply into the knees like you were sitting in a chair. And then lift the torso, lift the arms. So if this is a lot on your shoulders, no worries. Bring your hands to your heart. That's perfectly fine. Our shoulders will get quite a lot of work today. Draw the inner thighs together. So imagine that everything's hugging towards the center line of your body. One more deep breath in. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, step that right knee back. Right leg back, Lower the right knee down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. And step the left foot to the back of the mat. So starting by stretching out through the back of the left leg this time. Shoulders stay over the wrist. Hands are active. Press the left heel away from you. Pull up through the navel. pull the chest forward and find that oppositional energy of the torso pulling forward as the leg pushes away. Two more deep breaths. And then on your inhale, start to activate through that left glute. Lift the left leg up. Find your balance first, and then reach the right arm out in front of you. Take a full inhale, stretching the leg and arm away from one another. Exhale, round the back, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, round the back, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen and extend. Exhale, curl and round. Last time, stretch everything away from the center. Exhale, curl everything in. Inhale, reach everything away. Bring that right hand down to the mat and step the left foot forward. So again, our alignment, knee over the ankle. Drop the hips. Feel the stretch in the front of that left leg. And then bring your hands onto that left knee. So lifting up out of the hips, roll the shoulders onto the back. Find length, bend in and breathe. Two more deep breaths. Press through the inside edge of that left foot. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the left foot. Pull your hips back. Straighten the left leg. Flex the left foot. Pull the toes back towards the face. Pull your chest forward towards the toes and fold over your leg. 4 breaths here. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, you'll point the toes down towards the mat, stretching through the front of that left foot and ankle. Keep pulling the chest forward and fold back down for 4 more breaths. Inhale, bend into that left knee. Start to shift the weight into that left foot. Tuck the toes, lift the right knee. And once again, you'll lift the right leg as you shift the weight forward. Bend the left knee if you need to bring the hands down to the mat for support. As you inhale, come up onto the toes of that left foot. Lift the heel. Exhale, lower down. Make sure those right toes are pointing down towards the mat. Inhale, lift, come up onto the toes. Exhale, fold, release. 2 more times. Inhale and lift. Exhale, release. Inhale and lift. And exhale, release. Bring the right foot to meet the left and fold forward over straight legs. As you inhale, pull the chest forward, lift halfway, hands to your shins. Pull the shoulder blades together on the back and hold here. So pulling the navel towards the spine, finding length. Try not to rock the weight back to the heels, but keep the weight distributed on all 4 corners of the feet as you pull the chest forward. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, fold down over the legs. As you inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach the arms up overhead. And again, you'll exhale, bend the knees, sit low into your chair pose. Take a full inhale here. And as you exhale, you'll come up onto the toes of the feet, straighten the legs, and dive forward. Chest is open. Find your halfway lift here. And then inhale, release the heels, bend the knees, chair pose. 3 more times. Inhale up onto the toes, straighten the legs, dive forward, shoulder blades together. And release the heels, sit low, chair pose. Inhale, rock forward, onto the toes, straighten those legs, dive. Bend the knees, sit low. 1 more time, rock it forward, dive forward. Release the heels, bend the knees, sit low, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, flat back, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat. Lower down the left knee. Bring the right knee to meet the left. Sit the hips back to the heels, child's pose. This is a really good opportunity for you to rest the shoulders. So if you'd like to bring the arms around to the sides of the body so that the shoulders can release down. Notice how your low back feels. Any tension you may have already started to release in the back of the body. And then bring the arms out in front. Walk the hands in, come to seated. So here we are, we're going to put everything together and play with our downward facing dog. So we'll start with the distance between your hands and your feet. So you should be a plank's distance apart. So we'll set up our plank, magic hands, active fingers, cast a spell towards the front of the mat. Roll the eyes of the elbows so they're facing forward, opening up that space between your shoulder blades. Start by tucking the right toes behind you, and then the left toes coming into your plank. Right? Find this distance first. And then from here, you'll lift the hips up and back. So a lot of times what I find in classes is a hybrid plank down dog, right? Where we don't want to leave our shoulders from where our wrists are, so we just lift the hips. Everything sits back. So you're pulling the chest back towards the thighs. If you're tight in your Achilles tendon, if you're a dancer, a runner, your heels may never hit the ground. That's okay. What you want to feel in the back of the leg is the same thing we felt here and in our stretch on our back with our strap, okay? If you're feeling tension in the shoulders, bring your awareness to your elbows. You want those elbows rolling forward. When your elbows, see if I can show you, when your elbows roll out, if you can see what that's doing to my shoulders, it's not allowing me to create any space. When I roll my elbows forward, I have so much more space to lengthen out through my spine. So take a few more breaths here, just playing around. Normally I would be there to help you and adjust you. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section and I'll address you individually. Lift the hips up and back. Keep pressing the floor away from you with those palms. Pull the navel towards the spine. Can you find any more length? Everything is reaching away from this center point at your sacrum. So the lower body reaches towards the floor at the back of the mat. The upper body reaches away towards the front of the mat, and your chest pulls down towards the center. And then slowly release the knees down to the mat and set the hips back towards the heels. So I hope that helped a little bit. Now we're going to work on just counterbalancing all of the back body work we did. And since we spent quite a lot of time on our shoulders, we're going to start by opening up the shoulders. Like the foot stretch we did at the beginning of class, this might be something that makes you not like me too much. That's okay, let out a primal scream, it's fine. So you'll start with your arm. I'm going to start with the left so you can see what's happening. You'll lay down onto your mat. Bring the left arm out in line with the left shoulder. And then you'll rotate the hand so the thumb is pointing down towards your bum. Right? And you want that left shoulder all the way down onto the mat. Right hand comes out to the right side of the mat and start to roll over onto that left side. Relax the head down. If you have a pillow or if you have your scarf, you can rest your head on that. Try to keep the tension out of your neck here. So if you're not feeling anything, you have pretty open shoulders, you have the option of bending that right knee and bringing the right foot to the mat, knee points up. But don't go further than you need to. This is a very deep stretch, and we're going to be here for a while. So go to where it's comfortable. If you still need a little bit more, you can always take that right hand and search for the left hand. It'll feel like somebody else's hand. But keep the head and neck relaxed. If you feel like you're clenching, if you're having trouble breathing, you've gone too far. So just come back here. This is a great place to be. No worries. Just keep breathing, releasing that tension in the shoulders. Two more breaths. As you exhale, slowly start to make your way back to center. And we'll come back into that Sphinx pose. So bring the arms out in front of you. Elbows are underneath the shoulders or slightly in front. Pull the chest forward. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and breathe. Maybe making circles with the neck. Exhale, lower down. And we'll set ourselves up for the other side. So if you were with me on the left side, your right arm will come out in line with that right shoulder as much as you can. It'll depend on the openness of your shoulders. You'll rotate the hand so the palm is up, but your thumb is facing down towards your bum. The other way, you'll know it's wrong. It'll feel awful. And then start to roll onto that right side. Relax the head and neck. So again, if you want to put a book or a pillow under your head to help your neck relax, no worries. Do what feels good to you. If you still don't feel anything, if your shoulders are open and you're not feeling any stretch in the chest and shoulders, your next step will be to bend that left knee and bring the left foot to the mat. Knee points straight up. If you still need more, remember this is already very deep. You can always bring that left hand, reach around for the right hand, and stay here. but only go to where you feel no pinching, where you can take full breaths, you can relax your jaw, and you can breathe. Remember, in yoga as a practice, we're not rushing to get anywhere, we just want our bodies to feel good. You've got about 4 more breaths here. Last deep breath in. Exhale, start to unwind, coming back down onto the belly. And so here we'll just do a little bit to strengthen the low back. You'll bring your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows really close to the body, not out to the side, elbows hugging in. Your chest pulls forward, and start by taking your shoulders, lifting them up, and then rolling them down the back. So you'll feel your shoulder blades squeezing together and hugging toward one another. From here, lift the chest, press the feet into the mat. Tiny little baby cobra. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, pulling the chest forward, lifting. Exhale and lower. Last time like this. Inhale, pull the chest forward, lift. Exhale and lower. And then come out into cactus arms or goalpost arms. So elbow bent at 90 degrees. Elbow is in line with the shoulders. And this time, as you inhale, you'll lift the chest, lift the arms and the elbows off the mat. And then pull the elbows in towards the mid-back. Exhale and release. Inhale, pull up the chest away from the hips as the elbows pull in towards the middle of the back. And release. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Pull the elbows in, squeeze. And lower. Last time. Inhale, lift, pull in, squeeze. And lower down. And so from here, just to stretch out the hip flexors in the front of the leg, since we did a lot to open up the back of the leg. Your strap may come in handy here. You'll start by bending that left knee, bringing the heel in towards the glute. You can bring your strap around that left foot if you're more like here in your quad flexibility. If you have more to go, you'll bring the hand onto the shoelace side of that left foot. Elbow points up, and you'll pull the heel towards the glute. So you don't need to be here to feel this deep stretch in the front of the leg. If you have the strap, and you are here, and you feel a stretch in the front of the leg, that's exactly where you need to be. Wherever you are, just keep breathing. Relax the head and neck. Start to really press that left hip towards the ground here. So feeling this all the way into that hip flexor, maybe even into your lower abdominals, depending how tight the front of your body is. One more deep breath in and release. Switching sides. So again, every side's different. You may need your strap on this side. You'll start to bend the right knee Decide where you need to be, either with the strap or with the right hand on the shoelace side of the foot, pressing the hip down towards the mat. Relax the head and neck and breathe. One more deep breath in. And release that right foot. Once more, bring the hands under the shoulders. Press back to hands and knees. And make your way around to seated. Bring the left hand onto that right knee. Your right arm comes behind you, not as a kickstand, so we're not leaning back. We're using the right arm to straighten the spine, finding length, and then rotating with that length. Inhale, come back to center. Right hand onto the left knee. Left arm behind you again, not as a kickstand, but to lengthen the spine, and then rotating from there. And then inhale, come back to center. So from here, I invite you all to lay down on your mats with your legs spread out wide, your arms down by your side. And to close this practice, I'll lead you through a few rounds of equal part breathing. We'll inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. I'll do the counting, you'll do the breathing. So set yourself up in a comfortable position laying down on the mat. Tuck the shoulders onto the mat, adjust the hips. And then all together, we'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and release. I invite you to stay here on your mat for about 5 more minutes, allowing the effects of your practice to take place, allowing your body to recover. And I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your practice. And in everything you do the rest of the day and the rest of the week, be loud, be expressive, be yourself. Namaste.